Everybody, is this working? Do we think this is working? I think it's working. So I'm going to continue to pretend as though it is working. We are here in the Annex with our Catterns. The Catterns is what we're calling them, like patterns, because they all came from a loom. This loom in particular. Hi, Loom. Loom has so much to say, and she's so playful. She just always wants attention when I come in. And when she sees me walk by in the hallway, she always wants to say hello. She's just such a sweetheart. Let's see if we can distract her for just a minute with something to play with, like these balls here. So, for today's close-up, I basically am doing a close-up while I'm waiting for their breakfast to heat up. We put the kittens get KMR still every day, and I put that in the bottle warmer across the hall, and it takes quite a while for it to warm up from having been in the fridge all night. So, I just said refridge, like that's a word. That's not a word. This is how much coffee I've had today. See that little bit missing at the top? That's it so far. So you're just gonna have to forgive me. But let's do this. What I thought we would do, my process for these kittens, every 4 to 5 hours all day long, is that I come in, I weigh them to see whether they have gained any weight from nursing from their mom or lost any weight from pooping. And then after I weigh them, I feed them all with the tube, and then I weigh them again. So I thought we could fit a close-up in between or I should say before the tube feeding. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna weigh them together for the first weigh-in, and then we'll talk a little bit while I continue to wait for the milk to heat up across the hall, and then we'll end the close-up and I will go tube feed them. So that's the plan. I hope that works. So let's weigh them together. I don't have the chart in front of me because it's on my phone I would have to use. So I don't know how their weights are going to compare to what they were at the last weigh-in last night. But let's just see all of them. And you guys can help me get the weights into the weight chart after the close-up. So this is number 1. This is Paisley, our little girl. And you can see she's got her eyes open already. And I've just woken her up, and she's not happy about that. Loom always comes over to see what they're yelling about, but then she doesn't know what to do about it. Anyway, she weighs about, we're gonna call it 8.85 is what I'm gonna say. It fluctuates a little when they're moving around and meowing. They never hold still enough for this coffee scale. I know. So I've never seen Port pick up her babies. I don't think she knows how to pick them up and carry them around. But when they start yelling, she gets concerned. She wants to know if they're okay. But then when she sees that they're with me, she usually forgets about it pretty quickly. She's like, I'm gonna go look at the other ones then. You got the yelling one. Okay, so that is our little girl, Paisley. So noisy about it. All right, then number 2 is our boy Basket Weave. I've been trying out calling him Basker. I don't know. It seems like it works. Anyway, you can see he's got his eyes all the way open as well. And he's not as yelly this morning, so that's nice. We got that going for us. He's got a little yell, and he weighs about 8.85 as well. Those two have been keeping pretty close to each other in weight. Yeah, you said it, bud. I've found that if I hang their little paws over the edge of the bowl, then they don't try to move around quite as much. And that way I can get a little bit closer to a weight. Anyway, I'm calling it 8.85-ish. Yeah, buddy. Okay. All right, we got you. Let's put you right back in here. There we go. All right, so number 3 is Chevron, and I think at this point it's even harder to tell the two twins apart. I'm only going by the fact that Chevy's got his eyes open more. He's got his eyes open all the way. In fact, he was really the first. So this is him. He's being a little blinky, but he really does have them open all the way now. So have a seat right there, buddy. I know. So he weighs about 9.35 or 6, 9.35 or 6, we'll say. And he's got a lot to say about being placed in this dish. Oh, he's got even more about to say about being taken out of it. Okay, buddy. I know, that's how I feel too. Maybe you need some coffee. Did you ever think of that? All right. Next, we have then Herringbone, the lighter of the two twins, although they're also converging in weight. Herringbone is the last one to get his eyes open. You can see they're not quite all the way open yet, but we're working on it. It makes him look like he's got sort of a clown face, doesn't it? Like a sad clown. All right, you sit right there for a sec, bud. I'm gonna see what you weigh, it's important. He weighs 9, we're gonna say 9 even. Pretty close to that anyway. Here we go, buddy. So that's Herringbone, if I didn't say Herringbone. And Herringbone and Chevron are, like I said, practically twins. They're very difficult to tell apart, and now that both their eyes are opening and their weights are sort of converging, I probably am going to have to mark one of them with a little dot of food coloring like we did for the last class. Probably I'll mark one right on the chest, and that way it stays on a little bit longer, just to make it easy to tell who's who, because it's real important, especially as we're checking their weights and their health so carefully right now. We really need to know who's who at any given time. All right, so then number 5, the 5th kitten, is Argyle. Now, Argyle is always the biggest yeller, so I'm just setting you up to understand that he's probably going to get very, very loud because he just yells all the time. But we got to take him out here and weigh him anyway. I know. So we'll set him right up there like we do. Oh, 8.42 is what I'm going to go for. 8.42. No, you're not making a liar of me, Argyle. I was kind of hoping that in the contrary way that kittens are, you wouldn't do it because I said you would. But you're not going to let that stop you, are you? Yeah, you said it, buddy. Oh my gosh. So loud. Does this remind you of any other kittens that were very yelly? Okay. A little better when you're back in the box though, huh? All right. Just doesn't like to be in unfamiliar territory, maybe. Well, those are the 5 kids. And I don't know, like I said, I didn't compare to their weights last night to know how they did overnight. This is the longest that they've gone without me feeding them, so I'm really curious to see how the weights do compare. Because I fed them last night around 10 o'clock, and then it's going to be 9 o'clock before I feed them again. So that's it's a good long time for them to go. But the reason that we're able to do that now is because they're all a little chunky. They've all put on a bit of weight. They've even got a little bit of an extra buffer. So if they're not doing as well as we would like, we're just going to take that as a lesson to know, well, we just don't let them go that long again, but it's not going to hurt anything to try it out this time and see if mom can make up that difference or not. So it definitely gives us the opportunity to test. I see. So they're all down a little bit from their weight last night. So that just means that mom's not keeping them up over the last 12 hours, and that's what we would expect. No big deal. So. Oh, she's purring. I don't know if you can hear. I mean, mom is. I don't know if you can hear that. Oh, probably, definitely not over Argyle. She is a true sweetie. Well, you got to see all the kittens this morning, and now they're just going to nurse. I'm going to have to feed them. But let's push our luck a little bit on this close-up and see. I changed things again on our wireless network after I spent all that time fixing it for this. I went and messed things up again because, you know, if it's not broken, then you got to mess with it until it is. I'm pretty sure that's the rule. So, we are going to go just take a look around real quick and see if we can catch some oranges or maybe millet or something. So let's give that a try. But we're going to keep it short because, like I said, I want to get back here and feed these kids if the food is going to be warm. Also, I want to take a big gulp of this coffee, so give me 1 second to do that. Very important. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that hits the spot, though. Okay. Let's take a look and see who else we can find. Also, you guys can probably hear the construction people are here again doing their work. I said construction people. I think they're mostly really painters, but they're contractors. Anyway, they're here working on the house. It's going to be noisy. We might have to turn the sound off on the regular stream after a while. Oh, hi, Millet. What are you doing? Standing up on your pod? Are you watching people out the window? So this is Millet in the master bedroom. He's been staying here as much as he possibly can. Hi, buddy. He's doing great. He's still doing too great. In fact, way too great. He has been wrestling like nobody's business with anybody that will wrestle with him. And if nobody will wrestle with him, then he just runs around like a maniac and climbs everything. He does wrestle pretty well with his buddy, the unicorn, though. It's one of his favorite sparring partners. Also, the construction people are working directly outside this room, so it's very loud in here. So we're going to move on real quick, but I just wanted you to see... Oh, hi. Yes, he's trying to climb me now. I just wanted you to see that Millet's doing great this morning. A little too great, maybe. I can't wait for his check-in is on Thursday. We're going to take him back on Thursday to see how the new splint is holding up for him. And I just hope that it's good news and that all of his craziness hasn't just messed everything up again. But we'll see. Now, let's see if we can catch some oranges real quick. And then, oh, here, let me just show you. This is the spare bathroom, and this is where we use a baby bottle heater to heat up their food. I also keep the syringe and the tube in there because it's got a sterilizing mode I use in between feedings. And 40, that's centigrade, is the temperature we want it to be, so it is ready to go. So we'll speed this up. But this is Rotterdam and Port. I just came in to see what I was doing as soon as the door opened. And Millet now is at the door meowing. Oh, it's a madhouse over here, I tell you. So, hi, Rotterdam.
That's looking at everybody outside the window.
Yeah, I know he was. Yeah, but then I went in there for this close-up, and now he's at the door yelling at me to come back, please.
I'll go
And Port's over there,
in a few minutes.
and DJ's hanging out here now with Rotterdam. Oh, and who's that one? Sid? Oh, I don't see a collar. Who is that actually? Ant. Oh, I should have guessed from his darker color.
Oh, Mila. Mila.
There we go.
Meow. Your bigger zip ties.
Have I been? What's that?
Bigger zip ties.
Yeah, I do.
Where?
If you go in my closet, they're all the way towards the back on the left-hand side in a cardboard box full of all kinds of adhesive things.
Okay.
By the way, he gets Loganberry as his roommate most of the time too. So, and they do so well together. They wrestle just a tiny bit, but mostly Loganberry discourages the wrestling and will just groom him, and does a great job of taking good care of him. All right, let's. head on downstairs. It's going to be loud down here too. Sorry about that. Well, Aunt's chasing me and Maggie's here, but I don't know where all the rest of the oranges have gone to. So I think we're going to wrap this up and I'm going to go feed them. Sorry about the awkward ending there. Anticlimactic, yes. Oh, there's somebody. Okay. Well, they're all around. They're probably just... Oh, there's some in the den. Let's go in there real quick. Hey, buddy. This is Halifax. Halifax, will you run on this wheel for us? Will you come up here and see what this is? What is this? Can you get it? It's just my finger. Oh, good job, buddy. Wow. Oh, no. Okay. Two of them on the same time is always an issue. One of them is going to get flung. That's a good run, though, buddy. They do come in here and run all on their own without any encouragement. Sometimes I'm standing in the kitchen and I just hear this thing going. Of course, sometimes it's Maggie. Maggie also comes in and runs on it just for a second or two, and then she comes off of it at full speed, runs across the house and up a window, which that's just a Maggie thing to do. Anyway, I got to go feed those little kids upstairs, so I'm going to get right to it. Thanks for joining me this morning. I hope it was entertaining. And after this test, I got a couple more things to try out, but considering this went so well, hopefully I can squeeze in a few more close-ups than we've done and make it more of a regular thing again. It just gets awfully discouraging when it's all technical issues instead of streaming kittens, you know? So if we can get past those technical issues, we can do this a lot more often. It won't be quite as discouraging. All right, by the way, I have a guest here. Is that Rotterdam? It looks like Rotterdam. Rotterdam and a guy who needs more coffee. Hey, buddy, why are you looking all the way over there, though? All right, everybody. I will catch you next time. Thanks, and check out the regular Kitten Academy live stream if you want to see more of these cats and kittens. How do I end this from here? Oh, wow, that's not the way you end it. That had to really be a shock, though. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Wow. Very sorry about that.